Orandu Rise, Ashidu Ashite Shuan vibrations, every bucka. May your mind, buckas, and souls be old. May your omits be sound. May your buckas be leaven off ground. When we keep to the breath, the orth, the mothor, the seon, the soul of Ra guides and keeps you old. Ayanma, Ezra, Ela, Se, El, Se, I, Christ, Ore, Chaplain, Tata, Amen, Ra. I am Truth Awareness, True Talk. Can be a part of the greatest transfer of Ma-Elf, that's intelligence, Aminology, to Angodu. This is sound logic. And with all that being offered to you, being a fool is absolutely your choice. To Ray is Ray 1833. It is going on 1834. We just have a little over 2 dues left, which is about 4 hours. Okay, about 4 hours from now, it's going to be 1834, and you will still be enjoying the last day of October 31. This is why you have to go to Google and go to Apple, download the mobile app, or go to Jesus.com, sign up for that immediately. You get the iBucket to Omen prayer, or I should say, Rayer, replaces your prayers. And you get the file and the PDF of the Mythorian Kagadora poster. You can print it on your desktop. You can display it on any monitor that you have. You can take it to your local printing shop, or you could download the file, or I should say purchase the file at amenra.com. You can access that through our shop links at Jesus.com and have one sent to your door. And while you're there, we got t-shirts, we got hats, we got a lot of things. We got books. You can wear What the Devil's Fear. Get your Ta'angodi, your Aminology, your sound logic decoding skills up. Erectionary.com. You get access to that. We're uploading words, posting cards along with them, with videos. It's definitely challenging the dictionary words that die your erection. So come learn to Angodu. We speak motion. I don't consent to draconian state, nor should you. Hashtag that in your posts. Thought is the spore that spawns intelligence. Fungi.org. All right. We're having a little crypto shit shower update. Looks like Bitcoin's finally, perhaps, going to try to stretch it back up towards the 115, 117. You guys got to recognize that you're 2 days behind. And so if today is Friday in the sound reality day, which it is not, we are on a number 33. The gematria is 7. Okay, the sound code is Ba'a. So this is the spirit of breath. Okay, which is sound code. Let's just go to that for a moment. Okay, you guys got to see the significance of what I am offering us here. Okay, so we are on 83. We're on 683. 1833. Okay, we have a 6 gematria. We have Ka'a. So that means your body is doing works that is translating to breath in the life of whatever you're doing. Okay? So now we have 7. Okay? We're going to be 7, and that's Goa. Okay? So now something is being put into motion. All right? And so number 7 in gematria, that's a number that's used to usher in new things. All right? And so it's got to be much simpler than November the 1st coming tomorrow, right? Okay, so this is why I keep telling you that whenever the energy falls on 7, 8s, and 9s, look for big moves, big events, and across everything, across the board, markets, doesn't matter what industry or what institution. Okay, everything is following the ether. Everything is inside of the ether. Space itself is inside of the ether. Okay? And so everything is following the timeline that is sound, working against it, being able to manipulate everything around it based on their ignorance of it. But we're not ignorant. We have the absolutely opportunity to get this Kagadora and be in the hands of sound logic. All right. So today is 7. Tomorrow is going to be 35. You're only going to be on 1. So on a numbers count, you're going from 1 Gregorian time to 8. That's a big span difference. That's huge. Okay, that is huge. Right? We're getting payload completion from Ra, and we're getting a new day. So, like I basically said, this is energy where these draconians are usually up to something. So this is when we are here at the weekend. They usually like to leave the weekends in retail's hands. Yes, they do a lot of manipulation, but usually if there's a little bit of a dump, they will allow the markets to recover. Okay, I've explained this. This is not the first time you've heard me say this. Okay, and so if we look at the market, it's playing exactly how the numbers say that the energy should flow. Okay, let's just go to this here for a sec. Where are we? Okay, let's go to, yeah, okay. All right. So let's go to the hour. Or let's go to the day. Okay, so you can see that the market, after a nice little bottoming out last night, the 30th, okay, is starting to try to creep its way back out. So you see what it's doing? So right now it's making a convincing point that the top is right here for now. Okay, it's making a very convincing point. Right, it can shoot all the way up here. It could even take until Sunday to do that. Okay, but the time when I think, if they're going to maintain a polarity, meaning pump when the ether is dumping and dump when the ether is pumping, then Monday could be a better day. Why? Because, well, maybe not Monday, Tuesday actually, because today's 34, tomorrow's going to be 35. Okay, or by mid-Saturday it's going to be 35. By mid-Sunday it's going to be 36. So by mid-Monday it's going to be 1. Okay, and so this will be like November the 2nd. Right? And so even though we are still ahead by numbers, because we would have leapfrogged and lapped the Gregorian calendar, the Gregorian calendar will fall. Let's do this for real. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be the 1st. Okay, so that's going to be a 7. Okay, Sunday is going to be a 2nd. Monday is going to be a 3rd. Okay, so, and then, but our Monday very well is going to also fall on the 1. Right, and then on Tuesday will be 2. You guys will be 3. You see? And then 3 will be 4. 5 will be 6. 6 will be 7. 7 will be 8. Right? So this next coming up week, it's very interesting. I haven't actually managed to monitor the markets when we've had a flip, when the calendar is actually ahead of the Kagadora number-wise, time-wise, and energetic-wise, it's not. Right? But just based on numbers, just on the raw numbers, okay, our numbers will be adding up to sums that are less than the Gregorian calendar. Okay? And so, just from my basic knowledge, right? That's when the markets could be a little higher. Okay, but you have to see that our numbers are starting to get extremely high. We're 18, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, those are big numbers. Okay, and then when you go into November here, after we run out of those numbers, let me pull this up here. Jesus. As you can see here, 846, and then you have getting into like 61. I did a video and I predicted they're going to be pulling a stunt around 1861. Okay, so I believe that was November the 20th, somewhere around November 20th, if I can remember. Right? 20th, 27th, somewhere around there. Why? Because Donald Trump announced he wanted to redo the Insurrection Act of 1807. And he did that on October the 7th. And on our Kagadora, it literally was 1807. So on the Kagadora 1807, they chose to announce the Insurrection Act of 1807. Right? I 100% can guarantee you that my Kagadora is being used in all of the dark halls everywhere. They don't want you to use it. Okay? It's 100%. This is spiritual war. Okay, they needed me. They've been waiting for a person like me to arise so they can get all the information so that they can evolve. Okay, so that they can evolve. Okay, because as Source evolves, they have to figure out how to counter it. Okay, and so this is why a person like me is very, very valuable to everybody. Okay, so what I'm getting at, folks, is get the Kagadora, get yourself aligned with time, and start measuring thought. Okay, this is what time is, people. Okay, time is literally thinking. Okay, and so when you're on a different timeline, you're on a different thinking. Okay, so you got to get off of the dead thinking. Okay, and come to the sound thinking. All right, this is the Kagadora Crypto Shit Shower Report. Like I said, I don't expect anything too hoopla happening. It's the weekend. The market might seem to be going up a little bit. You're going to be getting a cash load of energy. Okay, we're getting a cash load of energy right now as I speak. Okay, we're getting Goa, we're getting Dua, and we're getting Soa. So these are the commands for this weekend. Okay, it's Goa, Dua, and Soa. So you go do breath, you're physically doing what you're giving breath, and you're sowing. Okay, you're sowing, so you're making connections, okay, with your foundation. Okay, just like a seed makes connection with that soil. Okay, you're sowing breath. Okay, you're going around and you're giving life to things that are giving life. Okay, this is how serious this Kagadora is. Okay, let's go. True talk. We'll go back to the market one more time. See what she's doing or not. Okay, like I said, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if it tries to make it up here this weekend. All right, because retail. Okay, remember, like I said, they're not doing anything. If they're riding on, then they're going for the ride. If they're off, then they're just going to let it rip. Okay? And I think they're going to be off this weekend because the energy is high. Okay? The parasite behavior is going to be a little lower. They're standing back. They don't want to be seen because they're at your neck. Why are they at your neck? Because you're getting your payload. You're getting your ether. Right now, it's getting delivered to you. 7, 8s, and 9s over the next 3 days. Okay? The ether is treating you very, very nice. You go treat the ether nice. True talk.